Okay, so broad context. Let's talk about business. If you want to be in the business of delivering service, and there's lots of businesses that deliver different kinds of service, but let's call it professional services, and that's the game really where we're in. If we want to compare other industries which do similar jobs to what an advice business does, we would probably look at accountants, we would probably look at lawyers. And if you want to be successful in a professional services industry, there are certain things that you need to have in play. You need to have purpose. So you need to have clear vision about your future, clear direction. You need to know why you're doing this. You need to know what the outcome of the business is going to be over an extended period of time. Why am I building my client base in the way that I am? Why do I make the particular offers that I do? What is it that I'm driving towards? What do I want to be seen as? What will my reputation be, and how will I create that? If I understand those things in a service business, I am then able to say, all right, then I need a proposition that tells people why they want to deal with my firm. I can't just say I do financial advice. That's what everybody does. I need to establish the value specifically of what I do. How do I express that? How do I explain to people what my business actually does? And if you look at financial advice, we've been terrible about this. Value propositions have been kicked around for long periods of time now. They're two words which, like practice management, sometimes start to lose their meaning because they're defined in such different ways. And a value proposition is not about having a business card or a brochure or a good website. A value proposition is about understanding the value of the content of what it is that you're doing and being able to explain it to someone in a way that they will value. And if you're going to do that, you need to have very set processes to make sure whatever it is that you're promising is being delivered. So if I tell you I'm going to review you every year, I need a process to make sure that that actually happens. If I tell you we do certain things through the financial planning phase of our relationship, I need processes to make sure that that happens. And when we look at the financial planning industry, people can put together a proposition. They can say, this is what I think I want to do. But what we find over and again is the letdown then falls into process. And when we look at the relationship that exists between clients and their advisors, in a lot of cases, the upfront relationship where I'm establishing the sale with the client, I've got strong time emphasis there, but the ongoing relationship becomes quite weak. And the reason for that is that process is weak. And if you look at the way that we've grown up within the businesses that we've got, most of us who started financial advice businesses probably didn't come into it as strong administrators. That wasn't our core skill. If you want me to define purpose or what my proposition is, yes, I'm a natural marketer. I can talk about those kinds of things, but I'm not a natural administrator. I'm not a natural process-driven person. And also, no one really taught me much about what the process of financial advice actually is. I know what the process is for the products because the product providers are excellent at understanding process. The compliance companies, when it comes to the law, can keep things in line with a certain process. And a lot of those processes, to tell you the truth, frustrate me a bit, not me personally, but perhaps you guys, because we're doing a whole lot of things to comply with laws or to comply with requirements from companies, and that becomes our view of process. What we're forgetting about is the process that needs to exist within our own business to make sure the value we are delivering, not the product, is being put front and center with the client. The last thing you need, if you've developed things properly, if you know what you're trying to do, if you know what the value of that is, if you've got the process to make sure that it happens, the last thing that needs to happen is you need to bring the right people in to make sure that that happens. So you need people to run the process. You need people to understand their role within your business function. And if you get all of those things working properly, then you have an effective and efficient business. Effective businesses do the right things. Efficient businesses do things right. And if you get those two things lined up properly, then you have clients who are experiencing value. And if you want to create a reputation, if you want to create a brand, if you want your business to have any future value in its own right, you need to be delivering value first. So value is the sum of your past actions, and those need to be thought out, and those need to be structured in a way that ensures people realize what your business is doing. The other thing, if we can get these parts right, guys, is that your confidence in delivery will go up exponentially. Your comfort in the fact that I can do what I say I'm doing will become real.